Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to Shootout, your second video of the day. If you want to check out mine and Eunice's reaction to the Premier League games in the weekend just gone, check the link in the description, or alternatively the previous video on this channel. How blessed are we, Big Eunice, to have a mid-week round of Premier League football. I actually completely forgot about this, you know. I forgot that there was a midweek round of fixtures this week, and we begin with Wolves versus Burnley. Bro, yeah, I thought the Man United game, for whatever reason, was this coming Sunday, so this completely bypassed me. But we're in.
This is the beautiful month of December, where Chelsea are forced to play more than one game a week now. You know, this is it. So
I know.
Bring it on.
We got to enjoy ourselves, but we aren't the first ones playing here. We're going to find out the Chelsea predictions later in this video. We have an absolute corker, don't we? We had a corker of Brentford Luton in the last predictions video, but the Wolves-Burnley game, 5-0 Burnley, unlucky Wolves at Arsenal. Is there going to be a world where we see some kind of surprise at the Molineux? Can Burnley keep this up? What do you think?
No. Listen, Burnley played Sheffield United. Yeah, let's put things into context. Sheffield United are an absolute mess, sacking their manager now. Chris Wilder's on the return, and we will talk about that when it gets close to the time because there's going to be, I think, a shift in momentum over there. But Burnley, for me, have had their 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, they've had their time in the sun. And just like, you know, a one-hit wonder, you know, it hits the charts. That person's known for like a week and then never to be seen again. But they will be getting royalties from that song for years to come, yeah? Burnley are going to be getting royalties for a 5-0 performance, and they're not going to pick up a win against Wolves. I don't see it happening, no way.
Okay. Well, you can have the score first because that was such a beautiful explanation. You can take the mantle this week. You can take the mic. You can have the first result, mate, because I think I'm going to disagree with you on this one. Oh, I think my result is not going to be the same as yours.
Company ball's going to flourish, is it?
It's not going to flourish, but it's not going to perish.
Okay, fair enough. I reckon Wolves will, I don't say bounce back. They got close against Arsenal, and I feel like they've got enough quality to get it done. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to Wolves at home.
2-0?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to take it. I don't really care. I really don't care about these two teams. But I'm going to say 1-1. I think Burnley are going to build upon that great win against Sheffield United and get a good result here. Luton versus Arsenal. Is there any way that Luton can just like put another massive dent in this title race? They got a great result against Liverpool. But Arsenal, they just keep ticking over, don't they? They just keep winning football matches. What are your thoughts on this one? Do you think Arsenal are going to have this in the bag? Is this going to be like an Arsenal coming of age, big win performance after a few close results by the odd goal? What do you reckon?
Mate, this is the de facto unofficial North London derby, isn't it? A lot of people don't actually know that. Luton isn't actually. It's just off. It's on the spillover of North London. So Luton, you find a lot of fans that follow both in and around that area. So Luton against Arsenal. Look, realistically, Arsenal should be going to this ground. I love Luton's ground, by the way. Can I just say it's great. You know, and you see a stadium like that, so residential, it has a charm. So I think Arsenal are going to go to the houses and they're going to pick up a win, I reckon, here, surely. I don't think it'll be a big scoreline. I'm not going to go for a battering, but I reckon that Arsenal will get the job done. I reckon Luton can maybe, you know, give them a little fight, but Arsenal have enough quality to seal it. So I'm going to stick with the same prediction here. I'm going Luton 0, Arsenal 2.
It's a yellow!
Oh, I've been booked!
It's a yellow!
I've done a Gallagher! I've done a Reece James! I've done it all! Oh my God! I've done a Nico Jackson! I've done a Poch!
We got a yellow piece of paper. There's a yellow card for Big Eunice. If he gets another one, he does not get paid any of the AdSense revenue for the month of December, which would be an absolute disaster. We've not agreed on this one yet, but I've made it up now. I reckon that's a great rule.
That's a horrible rule.
And you don't get paid from the channel.
I'm going to get fined. Oh, no, listen. Right, one more yellow and I'm going to get suspended.
What did you say?
I said 2-0.
What score? 2-0. All right, I'm actually going to go with the same result for this. I think Arsenal are going to win 2-0 as well. I don't see Luton scoring. But the next game is now my turn to go first. This one, and then you will get the Fulham versus Nottingham Forest one. It goes back to alternate. It's just because Eunice just jumped the gun. He made the mistake. Sheffield United versus Liverpool. I'm going to put my result out for you right now, just so that you can start thinking about what yours is going to be. I think Liverpool are going to go there and absolutely destroy them. I think Sheffield United are in serious trouble. I think at the time of recording this, Paul Heckingbottom might have just been sacked or is about to be sacked, and then Chris Wilder's going to come in. But that game is going to come way too soon to make any impact. So I think Liverpool could fill their boots there. Let me know what your score is, Eunice, but I think it's a 4-0 Liverpool win and the top two cruising away from home.
No, you know what? There's literally been... We know that it's going to happen, but it's not happened yet. And the only reason why I'm thinking it's not happened yet is because Chris Wilder's not ready to step in. That's the only thing. I think maybe in terms of his logistics, he cannot attend the game, maybe. So I don't know if they're going to keep Heckingbottom for this game against Liverpool, and then the one after they'll probably get Chris Wilder in. I don't know, but yeah, I see Sheffield United getting wrecked. If I'm honest, I reckon Sheffield United 0, Liverpool 3.
3-0. Yeah. Okay. That's a big win. It's another great result for them. Fulham versus Nottingham Forest is the next game. That is, do you know what? This actually could be a corker because Fulham have scored 6 in their last 2. Forest are on like a bit of a losing run right now.
Yep.
I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. I think there's going to be goals in this one, but it's not my score. And I do not want to have to give myself the big yellow piece of paper.
Man.
So you were trying there, weren't you? I could see it. I could sense you trying to level things up a little bit.
I'm like a defender that's pulling your shirt. I've got an arm around. I'm trying to, tap you on the shoulder. I'm trying to give you a little whack in the face that the ref can't see so you can retaliate. I mean, do something, man. Get booked.
I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy.
You see, look,
I'm doing well.
Message to Chelsea, that is emotional control right there, yeah? Yeah? Look at George, emotional control.
That's it. This is discipline. The ultimate.
This is it. No, you know what? You're right. Fulham, Nottingham Forest, they're neck and neck, not in terms of points, but in terms of league position. There's a 3-point gap in between the two teams. And yeah, you're right. With the way that Fulham went on a great performance against Liverpool, but let it go in the very end because of Trent Beckham, right? Well, Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, losing to Everton, you'd think that it's going to probably swing in Fulham's favour. However, that's not how it works in the Premier League, and you never know what Nottingham Forest can do. I'm going to go with a draw on this. I reckon that it'll be tight. Nottingham Forest will try to prove a point. Fulham, I think, have given a lot against Liverpool. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain it, especially this quickly. So I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay, you went 1-1. I've changed my mind now. I was going to say a Fulham home win, but I think it's going to be 2-2. I think there will be goals because both teams are relatively leaky right now. But yes, I don't think there'll be enough energy from either side to go for the win. Palace versus Bournemouth. This could actually be a very interesting game simply because Palace have been struggling, Bournemouth have been on the way up. And Bournemouth know that if they can win this game, then slowly they start to be looking towards those mid-table positions and Palace start to be looking over their shoulder towards where Bournemouth are right now. What do you think is going to happen here, though? I'll give my score prediction right now. I think this game is going to be 1-1.
So you're going 1-1. You know what? Fair enough. Because Palace, you're right, are going to start looking over their shoulder. They, I think, do need to win this game because Bournemouth are that team that can catch them on points and then probably overtake. So Palace, for them at home, this is a must-win for sure. And for Bournemouth, knowing that they don't want the gap to get larger, they're going to definitely come and try and get 3 points. So you're right. It probably evens itself out. I would normally go Palace win. But they're just shaky. They've lost that bounce that they had at the start of the season. And we're already talking about Roy Hodgson's job, which, as I've said in our last prediction video, is correct because bloody hell, man, go and just go and relax, mate. Go and relax. You've done enough. So I'm gonna go with the same scoreline. I'm gonna go 1-1 as well.
1-1-2. Okay, that is the second score. We're being very like midweek about this one. We're just both predicting the same scores. What about Brighton versus Brentford? Give me a scoreline here that I'm going to disagree with. Like, I've got a funny feeling that this game could go in any direction. Like, Brighton or Brentford could beat the other one right now. But what do you think is happening here on the South Coast?
I mean, what? It's your prediction first, so go for it.
Is it? I think I predicted the last one first. So your little attempts here, they're becoming naughty.
God damn it, man! Right, we've still got half a video left. It's all right. I'll come back later. With this, I'm telling you, emotional control from George today. It's great to see. Well done, Brighton.
I'm concentrating.
You are. You definitely are. Brighton are, I have to say, they're unfortunate with the injuries that they've had, right? And they did put in a good performance against Chelsea. I'm not gonna take that away. They didn't get the result, and that's standard now. But Brighton, with what they came with, is fair enough. And for that reason, I think against a team like Brentford, who are not far behind, Brighton being at home, I feel like this is where they're going to. I guess they're going to have a couple of players returning. Lewis Dunk does come back in from suspension. And I think the same for Dahoud. So when you're looking in that context, I think they will have enough quality to get the job done at home. I do expect a Brighton win. I am going to go with Brighton. Brighton 2, Brentford 1.
Okay, I am going to just throw the opposite. I'm going to say Brentford are going to go and get a very big win here at Brighton. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Brentford. I don't know. I like Brentford, you know. Like, I think
there's no footballing logic. It's just, Brentford, I like them.
No. No, I really like Brentford. Like, I just don't like them when they play Chelsea because they are just significantly better than we are when we play them.
It's true.
But I just think they're going to go there and get a big win. I really do. And I kind of just trying to make things interesting because you keep trying to absolutely trip me up here in this prediction series game today. It's the first booking of the year. This is a dirty day from Big Eunice. But is it going to be a dirty day for Chelsea, mate? Is it going to be a dirty day for Chelsea? Or are Manchester United going to get beaten? I think they are, you know. I think Chelsea are going to get their first win at Old Trafford in 10 years.
Mate,
I think we win this one.
Can you say that again? Like, mate,
I think Chelsea beat Man United away.
No, not that bit. We've not won there in 10 years. 10 years we've not won there, mate.
We have not beaten United since Sir Alex Ferguson was there.
That's outrageous, man. I mean, look. There won't be a better opportunity to do it than now. Man United are in tatters. Ten Hag, we're already hearing the rumours. He's lost half the dressing room, apparently, to all reports that came out at the same time. It was bonkers last night in terms of the way that went down. Surely. But this is Chelsea. If there's any team in the league, right, where this is the circumstance, I would look and go, nah, they pick up a win against United. But Chelsea, the one team that I want to be sure about, are the one team that I'm unsure about. And you just never know. Charity FC might happen again. Heart Attack FC. We've got all the analogies for this football club. It's crazy. Supporting this team comes with a health warning. It really does. You've got to be in fit condition to be a Chelsea fan. And I can't look with the way that it's gone. I expect Chelsea to win. I'll be honest. I expect Chelsea to pick up a win against this Man United team that are going to have so much pressure. They concede the first goal at Old Trafford, the crowd are going to turn. It's going to get toxic. That's where United are at the moment. But Chelsea are going there so volatile and so inconsistent that I can't call it. It could be one of those days where United just go, okay, no, look, guys, we got to wake up, and then they wake up. You know, it's just I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Mate, I can call it. Chelsea are going to Old Trafford and they are beating Man United by 3-1, mate. I am so confident. I have seen the future. I've seen the light of day. 3-1.
Fair.
We are going to go to Old Trafford and we are going to beat them. Let me take a look at the table. They are 5 points ahead of us right now. So we actually really need to win this game. I would say Man United are 5 points ahead of us, but I would say there are 2 or 3 teams below us that I would rather not play than Manchester United. I think Chelsea are going to seriously cause a big kerfuffle / chaos for this club right now. I think we're going to beat them 3-1.
You know what? For the first time, I think I'm going to differentiate the prediction here compared to what I'm going to say on my channel. And I'll explain why. I'm going to be ultra logical on this channel, and I'm going to let a bit of sentiment come in on my channel, right? Because realistically, Chelsea should be going there and winning. That should happen, right? With the way that Chelsea got the win against Brighton, with hopefully a bit of momentum, we will have chances. Man United are a mess. We should be able to go there and win. But I've just got this weird feeling that I don't want to have, that Man United will show up in some sort of a capacity, and that's why I'm gonna go 1-1. But I will say a Chelsea win on my channel because that is what I am expecting to happen from Chelsea. So I'm going to go 1-1 on here.
Okay.
Ultra logical.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I do. But I've just got... I'm just calling up the old George Benson optimist chemist again. And I'm just like, whatever it is that we need to take, I'm taking it. And I think we're going to win. Villa versus Man City, though. This is a proper game. Like, I think this is on at the same time that the Chelsea game's on. Let me check.
It is, yes. It's the same time.
Yeah, which is so bloody annoying again, because I'd have liked to have watched the Liverpool game, which, if we go based on that logic, that the Liverpool game that was on at the same time at the weekend was good, surely Villa versus Man City is also going to be absolutely bonkers, mate. This is your score first, though, so let me know your thoughts on this match at Villa Park.
Mate, you're on form today, mate. You are on form, so fair play. I might have to move on to someone else and try and get them sent off instead of you, because it's just not happening. Look, Aston Villa, Man City. This is a good chance for Aston Villa at home to test themselves. We're going to see the real level of Aston Villa now, and I do feel like this is going to be a little harder than what people think for Manchester City. It's tough to call this one because Aston Villa at home are a very good side, but it is Manchester City. However, they are looking a little weird and a little shaky at the moment, despite them really should have beaten Spurs. But I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
Bro, I cannot. I have to say the same. Like, I really don't think Villa are going to lose at home. Like, it's the third time we've got the same scoreline here.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Do you know what? No, I was thinking, like, do I just make Aston Villa win 3-2 or something? But then I'm like, no, maybe City win 3-2. No. Oh, maybe City win 3-2 though. Like, this is such a good game. This is going to be such an entertaining...
Mate, it would be so us for Man City to rock up and just win 3-0 or something mad. It just would.
All right, look, I'm going to change my prediction. I'm going to say 3-2 Man City. I think Man City I think Haaland is going to have, he's going to be absolutely on one after the end of that game, and I just think he's going to turn up and score a hat-trick or something. 3-2 Man City. I've changed my mind. Done. City have got it.
All right, fantastic. Look, Aston Villa, if you pick up this win, I will come to Villa Park and shake all of your hands.
If you actually do that and film it as well, then I will pay for the fuel that you spent to do so. Just saying.
Fair enough.
Your time is your time, my friend, but I'll pay for your fuel. Everton Newcastle is next. This is an interesting game.
It is, because, look, I think with Newcastle, much like with Aston Villa, there's going to come a time where they slip up a bit. And I don't mean lose, but they can't just keep winning. You know, I feel like this could be one of those days, not because of Newcastle, but because of Everton. Everton being at Goodison, being solid. It's going to be Newcastle, I think, staring at themselves in the face, you know, of how solid that Newcastle have been and how Everton are getting even more solid week by week. I feel like Newcastle are going to get a taste of their own medicine. So this is going to be really, really tight. I feel like people are going to expect Newcastle to win, but this is going to be tight. And no, I am not getting sent off, so go for it.
I kind of agree with you. I agree with you in a lot of respects of what you've just said there. I also don't want to get sent off. But I also don't think Newcastle can keep winning game after game after game in the Prem when you start to add more and more fixtures into everything.
Yeah.
I think it's going to finish 1-1. I think Everton have been very, very solid this season just in general. And I think they will absolutely frustrate Newcastle to the point where Newcastle can't come there and get a win. I think they'll score. I think it could be one of those games that's like 0-0. But I think Newcastle have been scoring so many goals that I just see them scoring more. But a 1-1 draw. What are your thoughts? What are you going for? You've actually... So far, we have thought, between the two of us, that every team's going to score in the Premier League apart from Luton and Sheffield United this week. Is it going to continue like that?
It makes sense, doesn't it? No, look, I reckon this one's going to be my wild card. I am going to go with, and the fact that Newcastle still have to concentrate on Champions League football, and boy, do they have to because of the way that they did, the way that they finished at PSG, and you know they are on the brink of elimination. They're going to have to make sure that results go their way as well. They have to pick up a result. I do think that this could be a chance where Everton get one weird slight win. I'm going to go Everton 1, Newcastle 0.
Wow, that is a big, big win, and that would put Everton, despite their deduction, out of the relegation zone based on our predictions and ahead of Luton. Tottenham versus West Ham. What an interesting game. Spurs haven't won in their last 4. Lots of praise given to Tottenham, rightly so, for the way that they managed to get a result at Manchester City. West Ham, they have seemingly turned around a poor little patch of form. They're still in 9th. They've got 7 points from their last 3. Is it going to be 5 games without a win for Spurs? Or did you see enough from Ange Postecoglou's team at the Etihad to think that they can turn this around and get a result against the Hammers?
Yeah, the thing about Spurs now that teams have to be wary of is that they're just going to come at you. You know, they've got this thing where they're like, as I've said, they're like, if you watch the film 300, where there's just 300 gladiators, soldiers that have just got to fight 10,000 and they're just going to go, screw it. We're going to go head first like a bull that's just got no vision going straight in. Tottenham are like that. So they will get goals. Yeah, they just will. They're all out attack. But I don't feel like West Ham are in a capacity right now where they're playing well enough for them to handle that sort of pressure. And that's why I think at home, I think Tottenham will pick up a win. I feel like, this style of football can be unsustainable in the long run because this is going to be too volatile, too unpredictable, too up and down. But that's just their identity now. That's Ange Postecoglou. He's got this carefree spirit of, come on, mate, just go and do just go all out attack and don't worry about the consequences. And sometimes that can work in your favour when you're not playing against a team that's solid enough. So I do reckon Tottenham pick up a win on this day. Is it my prediction? I've lost track.
It is my prediction.
It is my prediction, yeah. I'm going to go with Tottenham 2, West Ham 0.
Tottenham 2-0. Okay, I'm going to say 2-1 to Spurs so that we can just have the whole of the predictions up on the screen for you guys for one moment. Eunice got booked today, ladies and gentlemen, and I think we should all let him know that foul play is seriously something that we should not be tolerating in football. It's something we shouldn't be tolerating in the YouTube comments section. It's something we shouldn't be tolerating amongst friends. But there you have it. It is what it is. We can take the horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. And Eunice has today decided to spit that water all over me and go ahead of me in a prediction battle.
Is this the moment where I have to do what players do nowadays and I've got to go on Instagram and put up a post and go, oh, I'm very sorry of what I did. I let my teammates down and I'm glad that we got the win and I promise it won't happen again. Have I got to do that?
No, do you know what? I think I'll let you off from the punishments for now. We don't want to embarrass you publicly. But I will say, just be very careful with what you do again, because now the chances are karma is going to come and bite you, and I'm going to pick up a fair few more points than you in this midweek game. So by the weekend, when we're predicting more Premier League fixtures, I'm very convinced that I'm going to have at least a 2-point lead over you based on the predictions that I can see here.
No, listen, firstly, I wouldn't have put up a post anyway, because don't, right? I actually hate when players do that now and they're not actually like playing well enough or something, so don't. And secondly, I will not be picking up a yellow card in our next prediction video, so I will not be suspended, right? I will be making sure that I'm on, towing the line correctly. And thirdly, no, I will beat you for points this week, and you'll see after we do our reactions video, and I'll be here laughing, I hope.